Okay, Muhammad Ali once said, I shared this quote at the GoPro UK, and it's one of my favorites. I love it. You know, a great prize fighter, an individual, a humanitarian who passed away not long ago. And it was his perspective of expectations of himself and others. What he said is, he said, I know where I'm going, and I know the truth. I don't have to be what you want me to be. I'm free to be who I want. That's what all of you need to adopt as your driving spirit. And it's now a privilege to go into this next section where you're going to meet a group of individuals, women who have lived with passion, and they knew what they wanted and made a decision of who they were going to be. And to carry this forward, this section, this panel, it is a privilege to introduce someone who is part of that, co-conspiracy, if you will, the tandem team, the two together that really are why GoPro and Network Marketing Pro are so extraordinary. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the one and only, the president and COO of Network Marketing Pro and GoPro Mastery, Ms. Marina Worre.
I'm so excited to see all of you. So many friends, so many new people. And first of all, I want to congratulate all of you for being here, for investing in your future, investing in yourself. I know for some of you it was not easy. I know that there were some sacrifices that you had to make, some challenges and obstacles you had to overcome because for some of you, it's a long journey to be here. People travel 1,000 miles, dozens of hours, and we take this very seriously, this responsibility very seriously because we want to bring you the best events. We want to bring you the best of the best in our profession. So that's why we're bringing speakers like Sir Richard Branson and Tony. By the way, how did you like Sir Richard Branson today? Wasn't he amazing? And how many of you liked Tony Robbins last night? Oh, you didn't like him? No? You didn't like Tony? How many of you liked Tony Robbins last night? Show me some energy. Show me some love. Come on, surprise for the next year, Mr. Worldwide himself, Pitbull. How many of you excited to see Pitbull here? But on a serious note, today I want to talk about a very important demographic that not many people are paying attention to, and in my opinion, it's a big mistake. And I want to talk about women. You heard Eric say that 77% of distributors in the United States are women. Globally, this number is 76%. Give yourself a round of applause, please. Women, you're a very powerful nature force. But there are some myths about women. And one of them is we're not capable of building big network. All we can do is just to sign up a couple customers and sell few products, which is very important, by the way. Second myth is we are not capable of leading big organizations. All we can do is just to play a little supportive role. It's kind of like a little hobby on the side. We can play a little game, and we can just do a little bit of something, but we are not capable of leading and building big organizations. And myth number 3 is we're not capable of creating a true wealth. All we can do is just to earn insignificant income. And I want to tell you, none of them is true. And let me tell you why. What is one of the key concepts for building successful network marketing business? Meeting people, talking to people, building the relationship with all these people. And who is better than women in doing all of this? We can strike a conversation just like that. Donna, where is Donna? Donna Johnson, I love your shoes, by the way. Yesterday on stage, those red shoes, they're the killer. And some of you, Cheryl Cortese, I love your hair. It's gorgeous. I love it. And when you see somebody and it's honest compliment and just any woman or anybody just say, oh, I love your son or your daughter. They're so adorable. And in 2 seconds, you can strike a conversation. And a few minutes in, you can have a new friend. Is it true or not true? True. We are really good at this. Women are amazing at developing, maintaining, and growing the relationship. But this is the key part of building huge networks. So let's think about myth number 2. We cannot lead. Women are giving birth and raising future generations. Women are leading countries and the entire companies. The global Fortune 500 giants like General Motors, IBM, Hewlett-Packard, and PepsiCo run by women. They have women CEOs. And you telling me that we cannot lead? And what about myth number 3? We cannot create wealth. We cannot build significant income and create lifestyle. So I want to share with you some of these numbers. The number of wealthy women in the United States is growing as fast as wealthy men. 45% of American millionaires are women. Yes, some of you don't know that. 60% of high net worth women earned their own fortunes. They were not given, they didn't inherit it, they earned it. They made it possible. Some estimate that by 2030, women will control as much as 2/3 of the nation's wealth. And those numbers are pretty close globally. And the majority of network marketing companies around the globe, and as many as I know, have at least several women in their top income earners. So you telling me that we cannot create wealth? This is totally not true. Last year we had a women's event, and all the speakers on stage, their combined annual income was over $25 million. But the challenge is that women, more than anybody else, were told that, who are you? You're just a woman. You're not good enough. You cannot have big goals. You cannot have big dreams. You don't deserve to play with big boys. And of course, some of those words are very discouraging. And if you think about some of the issues that women have to face inside of the business world and some of the disadvantages, and what I want to talk to you about today, I want to bring some of the powerful and successful women inside of network marketing profession, and I want them to share some of their wisdom, some of their knowledge, because these women, they're not superhuman beings. They're just like you and I, a simple girl from in the middle of nowhere who came and decided enough is enough. I'm not going to live like this anymore. I'm not going to be putting up with all those doubts and fears that people are trying to put in me. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to learn. Just you and I, they decided that I'm going to face my fears. I'm going to step out of my comfort zone. And they decided and made their life possible the way they wanted to see it. So I would like to ask you to help me to bring to this stage some of the most powerful women in our profession, the most amazing ladies, and some of my dear, dear friends. Please bring them up on stage. Susan Sly, Lisa Grossmann, Tiffaney Beverley-Malott, Stephania Gatto, Kierston Kirschbaum, Loren Slocum Lahav, and Jayne Leach. So me start this panel with this question. Some people think that most of the people at the top somehow magically fall into it. They get like super lucky to be at the right place at the right time, or you have to have some unhuman talents or magic wand or something. But all of you, I know all of you, my dear friends, and I know that you are those strong and powerful women who had all the challenges in the world, who had all the obstacles that all of these women are facing. And I would like you to share a little bit where you started, how your journey with network marketing began, and where you are right now. And Susan, please start.
Well, thanks so much, Marina, and thanks to this gorgeous panel, and shouts out to all the girls in the audience. Where are the ladies at? So, I was sitting in a hotel room once in LA, and I was watching A&E, and I saw the amazing Natalie Cole on there, and she said there's a saying by church-going folks, you only see the glory, you don't know the story. And 16 years ago, almost to this week, I finally agreed to go to a Starbucks to have someone draw circles out for me. And I was in a dark place. I was in 2000, on January 13th, I was diagnosed with progressive multiple sclerosis. 3 days after that, I caught my then husband, now my husband, in an affair. And 16 weeks later, I lost my business and ended up homeless on my brother-in-law's sofa. And I was angry. How many of you have ever been desperate? In the face of challenge, you have two choices. You can give up or you can get better. And I made a decision that I was going to get better, and I fought my way back. I took a job at corporate. I didn't tell them I was sick. I immersed myself in personal development. I got my head on straight, but I still didn't have residual income, and I was still sick, and oh, P.S., I was a single mom. So when Deborah, who is in the audience now, became my personal training client, I was personal training on the side. She worked on me for 8 months, telling me why I needed residual income. And I thank God, because she is the most persistent woman on the planet. After 8 months, I agreed to go to that Starbucks, and she taught me about residuals. So to answer your question, Marina, I was not the easiest person to recruit. I was angry. I was disappointed in life. I was not the positive thinker I am today. You all have someone of my caliber or even better on your list. I have an organization of 240,000 people. You all need to follow up with them. You have to believe in people. You have to get over your story and get involved with someone else's story. So that's all I have to say about my own journey.
Thank you. Tiffany, can you please share a little bit of your story?
Well, I was born a poor black child in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. No, I'm just kidding. 16 years ago, I was making jelly for a living at the J.M. Smucker Company in Memphis, Tennessee. I worked 6 nights a week, 10, 12 hours a night. And it wasn't that it was a bad way to make a living, it just really wasn't a good way to make a living. And on top of that, I had followed my father into that industry, and he worked almost 30 years for the same company. And the last 9 months of his life, they took away his short-term disability. So I watched the greatest provider, my hero, literally shrink away because he couldn't provide for his wife and his children the way he wanted to. And when he passed away, but before he passed away, my dad said that there has got to be a better way. There's got to be a better way to make a 6-figure income. And I said, well, what is it? This is just what we do. And my father said, look, make something, sell something, hell, just do something. And a year to the day later, I was introduced to this network marketing profession. And I have been here, sold out, and helping others become the same way for the past 16 years.
Thank you so much. Stephania, I know you have an interesting story. Can you please share it with everybody?
Well, hi everybody. I'm Italian, so I'm sorry that sometimes my English is not perfect. There are some Italians in the room. Well, I actually think I'm only in network marketing for 4.5 years, and I actually was very, very skeptical. But all of a sudden, after I was living for 22 years with my childhood sweetheart and 14 years married, I found myself completely broke. Really, literally, I lost my home, I lost my car, I lost everything. If it wasn't for my parents to give them their apartment, I don't know what I would have done. And even though I didn't want to go to one of these meetings, out of desperation, I went. And I was in awe after they explained the compensation plan, and I saw duplication. And I thought, you know what? Everybody will understand like I did. And I went around and I told everybody, and everybody said, no. Nobody believed me. No, you know, what credibility I had when I never worked. People said, oh, don't listen to that Barbie. You know, yes, I'm short. By the way, if Barbie would be real, she would be really, really tall. But, you know, Barbie gets the car from Ken, gets the house from Ken, gets the horse from Ken. I got everything on myself. I went out, worked really, really hard, and I changed my life and my boys' lives. And my why became my boys. You know, you need to find something that really triggers something in you. And every time I wanted to give up, because you will want to give up. You will want to say, okay, enough, I'm going to get a normal job. That's easier. But if you go in and work hard and believe in yourself, you're going to change your life like we all did here.
Thank you, Stephania. Well, the second question I would like to ask, and I don't know that, at least I haven't heard a lot of people talk about it, but I think it's a huge advantage that network marketing has in comparison to the regular workplace is inside of network marketing, women are getting paid exactly the same than men. That deserves a great round of applause, please. Because at the job, at the corporate world, women are earning globally 77% of what men earn. In the United States, we earn 73 cents on a dollar that is getting paid to men. Right now, we earn in a corporate world the amount of money that men were earning 10 years ago. If this pace continues, we will not have equal pay till 2058. So I think it's a huge advantage that we need to talk a lot about, especially when we present our opportunity to women. And on top of other advantages that network marketing has, like no limit in the leadership role, no ceiling, no nothing. So Jayne, can you please tell me if you're using any of these advantages when you talk to women prospects?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that the one challenge you find when you're talking to women is they feel, especially where I come from, suppressed, undervalued, underpaid, frustrated in the workplace. And they have so much more to give, but they're being held back. So for me, when I'm communicating with women, it's about empowering them to think bigger, to believe in themselves, to know there is a role for them and a place for them in this amazing profession of network marketing, and to get them to believe in themselves again. Because one of the things that I recognize and notice a lot when you work with women to begin with, when they start out on this journey, is they lost their confidence and they've been put into boxes. You know, you're a mum, or you work in a job, or you do this, or you do that. And so therefore their confidence is gone. And I think to be able to show them the power and the potential of this profession, and then to give them the opportunity, and then to nurture them and grow them and see them almost open up like a flower in front of your very eyes, is empowering for me and inspirational to be able to know you're making that difference. So, you know, give a woman a chance to be her very best self.
That's right.
Give a woman a chance to be her very best self, and you watch her change the lives of thousands around the world.
Thank you. Loren, I know you have a lot of women in your organization, and you're almost creating like a movement out of it. So share with me and with the audience how you use those advantages that women have inside of network marketing while you're prospecting women. By the way, before you do that, can you please give her a round of applause, because she's running the whole volunteer crew. She's doing an amazing job, and she's not part of network marketing staff. She's awesome. She's a dear, dear friend, an amazing human being.
What have you done today? Thank you. I believe that we need to be the heroes that our children seek in the world. I mean, how many of you, this is the most amazing gift that we have. I mean, you look at the workplace and they say that most of the bullying in the workplace is women to women. And I've got to tell you, I've made so many amazing friends just sidelines in companies. How many of you have made amazing friends in sidelines in companies as well? So with regards to a movement, for me, you know, it's when people can see this vision of something like, I can be part of that, you know, that we're gonna really work together and that your success is my success and my success is your success. And so for me, as a mom, if you don't mind me sharing just about a mom, I think we're all moms up here. How many of you are moms out there, parents out there? Our job, as you've heard from Richard Branson and from Tony and from Eric and everyone else, is this beautiful thing of being an entrepreneur. And I believe that our job as entrepreneurs is to raise entrepreneurs, right? To show them that there's nothing that they can't do, right? And we need to be those heroes for them in the world. So when they can see this movement and they can see women, you know, coming together and not tearing each other down, the world's gonna just transform. So I'm excited about that for all of you to go out there and create your movement.
Lisa, I know you travel the world. You're probably one of those human beings that travel 100 times more than I do. But you're traveling in Asia, Australia, Europe, everywhere, all the continents. Share with everybody, what are the challenges? Are they the same, of course, as the United States? Are women not getting paid as much? Women don't have the same opportunity? What do you see around the world and what we can emphasize when we talk to women prospects, why network marketing is a better way?
Well, I think when you travel the world, you start to realize that people really are more alike than they are different. They have the same hopes and dreams. We all want a better tomorrow for our children than we had yesterday. Everybody really does want world peace when you get down to it. But the difference between women and other countries, in America, this American dream that we talk about, that we nurture in our children, it's not American at all, it's global. And we've gotten very comfortable here. And overseas, they are not as comfortable. They appreciate and they savor and they endear themselves to opportunity and they listen and they hunger for it. And you will meet mothers, grandmothers, who will work 5 jobs to start a network marketing business so that their grandchild, maybe, who is 4, by the way, to save money, can go to college in America someday to study entrepreneurship, knowing full well that maybe they'll stay here, but maybe they'll bring it back home. So I think that what we can take from them is to understand that although network marketing is an inexpensive business to start, its value cannot be measured. Very much like a day with your child in the park costs nothing but is worth everything. And as women, we can teach that in network marketing, you can have both a business that is limitless and time with your children that is priceless. And that is what we bring to the industry and what we can bring to women around the world.
Thank you. Kierston, I know you have a big family, and some of the women asking questions like, can I be successful? Can I build a big business if I have kids and I have a big family and I need to work around the schedule? Tell everybody how you're doing this, and tell everybody how many kids do you have.
Thank you. I have 5 beautiful boys. Ages 9 is the oldest, 7, 5, 2, and 9 months. So this is, it's kind of becoming my thing, actually. And I bring babies on stages, and this is how we roll. So thank you for that question. It's so important to understand one thing, moms, okay? Are you ready? You want to be the best example to your children. You want to give them everything. You want them to have the best food and the best schools and the best experiences. And you need to lead by example. So you have to get rid of the mom guilt that we all have. I have it right now, you know, and recognize that the mom guilt is there. And what are you going to do with it? You're going to be the example to your children and show them that nothing in this world will stop you from achieving your dreams. And isn't that what you want for your children? Yes? Does anyone want that for their children? So when you stop achieving your dreams because you have that mom guilt, well, I don't know if I can do that because I've got all these kids, that's the exact opposite. To me, that's the reason why I have to build this business. So put your blinders on, get over your mom guilt, and go for it. It's not going to take that long, honestly. I mean, it's really relatively a short amount of time if you really put the time in and focus to create a massive organization in like 3 or 4 years that will take care of your family for decades to come, grandchildren and everything. And most importantly, your children will see you going after your dreams, and they will do the same. Because you want your children to do that, right? You don't want your children to say, well, I couldn't go after something because, well, I had these kids and I didn't want to, we don't want to perpetuate that.
Right, because like if you're not leading by example, no matter how many times you're going to tell them you have to do this, you can do this, you can achieve anything you want. And if you don't do that, if you don't live up to your full potential, if you're not chasing your dreams, they will at the end of the day, they'll say, it's like, oh, why you didn't do it? So,
and you don't have to sacrifice your relationships with your children whatsoever. My children love to know, what's the next rank, mommy? They find little shiny items and they bring me, oh, this is your next diamond, and they love that. They're proud of us.
Make them part of the process, engage them and explain, because that's what we do with our kids. And we travel a lot, and unfortunately, we don't have as much time as we want to spend with our kids. So we keep telling them, hey, we have a season that it's going to be relatively short, but we're going to be working 16 hours a day, so we won't be able to come to all of your games. We won't be able to come to all of your celebrations and important moments in life, but we will have this sacrifice as a family that together in the future we can have something fun to do as a family. We can go all together on a cruise and see the world and travel all together and creating those beautiful experiences, because what you want to do, you want to spend with your kids quality time, not just being at home and it's like, oh, I'm kind of like working, I'm not working, kids are kind of like around, I'm kind of like with them, but I'm not with them. You need to have the quality time, and network marketing gives you that ability. You have to sacrifice in the short term, but then you will have this luxury to spend full focus time with your kids, so you can actually build that rapport and deep relationship with them. And Stephania, I know you also have a couple kids. Can you tell everybody how many and what's your business looks like and how you're managing it all together?
Yeah, I have 3 boys, and I don't know if there are some moms here that can relate, but every time my 4-year-old saw me on the phone, he always wanted to talk to me. They're like jealous of our phone calls, right? So I really did what you just said. I made them part of the process. I sat them on a sofa and I spoke to them like 3 little adults, 3 little boys, and I told them, Mom now needs you. Mom now needs you to understand that we're going to do this sacrifice for the next 3 years together. We are going to work this together. We're going to change our lives. So you have to come with me to these meetings. I see moms here today sitting down with their newborns everywhere. Can we applaud those ladies here today? They are setting an example. Because don't make your kids an excuse not to grow your business. Make your kids a reason. And now I look at them, they're so proud of me. They're so proud of my, mommy, yesterday, Harley was talking about, they think we are famous, But it's like, my friends on Instagram, Mom, they think you're an actress. I'm like, no, that's not it. But it's amazing. They're part of this because they're part with the victory. And then we celebrated it in holidays together. I said, Mommy will take you to the Maldives. And we spend the best time scuba diving together and going around together. And this is what you want to do. Make them part of the process.
Susan, can you please touch on that? Because I know you're very methodical and you have a huge organization around the world, and you're also an amazing mom. You're always in all the concerts and plays and games and everything. So how do you manage that?
Oh, thank you. How many of you have kids? Show of hands. How many? And put your hand up if you want to have kids. Not furry kids, but like real bipeds that you can't lock up and leave in the house for 12 hours. Okay. How many of you want smart kids? Okay, some of you don't, because here's the reality. There was a study done at a university here in the US. It costs on average $750,000 to raise a child from 0 to 18, not including college. So my daughter, last year, she was like, Mom, you know, I really, really want to go to Boston U. I said, that's fantastic. Applies early decision, really smart, gets in, 75,000. I don't know where, whoever said 30,000, I don't know where that's coming from, 75,000 out of state. So 75,000 for her to go. My other daughter is studying in Africa. She just had a baby. So I'm a grandmother. Help me, Jesus.
Hard to believe. What a beautiful grandmother.
I'm gonna be a hot grandma, and if any of you calls me grandma, just know I'm not your grandma. Anyway, so it's really, here's the thing. You want to give your kids all of the necessities, but you don't want to give them all of the luxuries. You want to teach them how to earn it. That's why I love when I see Dominic here and he's soaking in learning and all of the things that he's getting from this. So I'm gonna give you a couple quick tips. So number one is your time is very valuable. You will work harder in corporate America than you do in network marketing, but some of you have a business and you're not treating it like a business. So I like to work in 90-minute blocks, and my kids know I'm only 3, my youngest is 7, so I'm only 3 years out of having one at home all the time. I don't use a nanny. So I think I'm crazy. You can tell me I'm crazy, I probably am. But it's a choice, I don't. So I work in 90-minute blocks, and the kids know that I have a schedule and I'm very, very deliberate. I also tell people up front, on calls, on Zooms, interviews, you may hear my kids in the background, but I'm not gonna apologize for it because I build my business with my family, not in spite of them. My daughter may climb in my lap while I'm doing an opportunity meeting. If you don't like it, don't join my team. I'm sorry. I bring my kids to opportunity meetings. Kids are welcome at meetings. I feel that we need to teach children that there is a better way, and don't be apologetic about that. So work in those 90-minute blocks. The ladies have said so eloquently, you need to get buy-in from your family. Why are you working toward this goal? And the third thing is that I want to share that is so important is if you have a partner, let's give a huge round to the partners at home who stayed at home while we're all here. Okay? If you have a partner, I have been with my husband, I have known him for 37 years, we've been together almost 17 years. If you have a partner at home who is watching you do this, start acting like you are in business, start showing them you're a professional, and at least one day a week, make sure you have that date night because you want to raise happy, healthy, prosperous kids. You want to have rich, fulfilling relationships, and you want to lead by example because people will not, at the end of the day, be attracted to the money you're making or your products. They're going to be attracted to who you are and the life you lead.
Thank you. One of the issues that when we coach people, we face that, and it's very surprising that women and men have huge self-doubts. They don't believe in themselves, that self-worthiness in such a low level, and you will see those are powerful, strong people making a lot of money, but when you kind of like dig down, you will see that they don't believe in themselves, and women probably more than anybody else are exposed to and more sensitive to it when people tell them you are nobody, you cannot dream big, you cannot achieve anything, who do you think you are, and things like that. And the worst part is most of the time it comes from people they love and trust. It comes from families, and it comes from parents sometimes, it comes from loved ones. So how would you deal with that? Because I consider myself a strong person and a strong woman, and I think a couple qualities that I have that help me a lot, because first of all, I'm very competitive, but I'm not competitive with everybody or the world. I'm competitive with myself, because I think this is the best competition. I want to be better tomorrow than I was today. I want to be today better than I was yesterday. And that's what I'm always competing. That's why we're putting up better and better event every single year, because we're competing with ourselves, because we want to provide the best value and bring you the best of the best in our profession. But I think I was pretty much like that all my life. I still call myself like Mama Bear, because I'm very protective, and people who I'm very protective to people I love, people I care about, so don't you even dare to mess with them because you will have to deal with me. And that's the way I was in school as well, so I pretty fast set up the boundaries with the boys so they knew they don't want to mess with me. And my girlfriends also kind of like, we created a little circle that they knew that because we are part of the group, so nobody gonna touch them because I'll protect them all. But what do you say to women who are not strong enough yet, or who didn't have that protective friend, or who didn't have that supportive family who was encouraging them and telling you're smart, you're beautiful, you can do everything you want in life? What would you tell to these people? And piece of advice, and anybody, I'm not gonna put you on the spot, but who
Can I
wants
just share
to?
one
Yes.
thing from, I learned it many years ago. I had about 20 years ago, I was with, how many of you know Bob Proctor? And so I'd done a project, and it was a really cool project, and I said to Bob, I'm like, Bob, I don't get it. Like, why aren't my friends happy for me? And he goes, Loren, it's not that they're not happy for you, they're afraid you're gonna leave them behind. And you're gonna find a whole new group of people, because, you know, if you remember last night what Tony talked about, he talks about what do people want? What do they want? They want, you know, that love and connection is so important for people, and then but they have this fear of loss. And so letting people know how important, say, you know, I'm doing this for us. I know, I get it, and thank them. Say, I thank you so much for caring about me to make sure that I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be all right. And one of my mentors in the audience, she said, you know, you imagine there's a long line of people all the way to infinity. They say no, you said, thank you very much, move on out of the way. Thank you very much, move on out of the way. And you love them. You keep loving them, but from a distance with regards to it. But I just love what Bob said. Just remember that they're afraid. They want to be loved. And you need to assure them, to let them know that that love's not going to go away, you know, in a way. I mean, you might not spend as much time with them, but I just thought that would be some advice for everyone.
Thank you.
Can I?
Of course.
I would like to say that if right now you don't believe in yourself, you have to remember a few things. The first thing you have to remember is that what you need to succeed is already inside of you. And that whatever dream that you're not believing you can tackle, God didn't give you that dream if he didn't already know you could have it. So you have to understand that what you need is already inside of you. Now, the reason why a lot of us don't believe in ourselves is because we're listening to other people who are telling us we can't do it because they don't believe in themselves. So it truly is a cycle that's going on that we've bought into. Now, something you have to understand is whatever you tell your subconscious, good or bad, you believe it. Their subconscious believes that. So when you are now in a situation where you're constantly not believing in yourself, you've told your subconscious, which is awake 24 hours a day, even when you're sleeping, your subconscious is saying, we can't do it, we can't do it. Or you've trained your subconscious to say, we got this, we got this, we got this. And so if you don't believe in yourself, you need to do a few things. Number one, you need to understand that you weren't put here to not be a success. You were put here to live the life that he put you here to live. So step into that. The second thing you need to understand is you need to get away from these dumb people that's telling you you ain't got this. Because you've got to change your associations, cut them off, stop letting them fill your subconscious with things you don't need, and just realize that they just mad, jealous, or scared that you're gonna have something that they can't have. And the final thing, if you don't believe in yourself, is start telling yourself you've got this. Start looking at yourself every day. And I like to say, play devil's advocate. I like to say, when that voice comes in my head and that voice says, you can't do it, I'm gonna say, but why can't I? Well, you can't have it. I said, well, why do they have it and I can't? When that voice tries to tell me, or someone tries to tell me that it won't be you, it's gonna be someone else, I'm gonna say, but you don't understand who I really am and who I was put here to be. And the final thing I tell that voice, when that voice tells me it's not gonna be you, I tell that voice, you need to get behind me, because the truth is he's already brought me too far. There is no way he's ain't gonna take me even farther than now. So that is what you need to do if you don't believe in yourself.
And what I like to tell you, you know, I get everything Marina's saying because that's me. I have never been a fashion plate. And I love this space and I love people. It changed my life. I wanted to change others. And when I got started, women today, and we've got a long way to go, but when I got started, I was the only woman on a stage with 10 men in my first company. My second company, I was the first woman to make $1 million a year in my company. I was one of the first women to make $1 million a year in 2001, and they introduced me as the first millionaire in my company, as if to imply 10 men had made it before me. When I got on stage, it was, why are you dressed like that? You should dress up more. You should dress up less. You should wear more makeup. You should wear less makeup. It was never about what I had to say. Well, it wasn't about me. It was about who I was here to help. It's not about you. We live in a selfie generation. Don't worry about not feeling good enough. You are. We all suffer from the disease of terminal comparison. That's where you watch your own blooper film and other people's highlight films 24 hours a day. It doesn't matter. You're building your brand so you not to be about yourself, but about the impact that you can have with your message. Turn the camera around. Nobody cares about what you have. They care about what you can do to make the world better. So get out of your own way. You're gonna suck when you start, just like a kid who crawls. Thank God nobody told them they should quit trying to walk after 3 times or we'd all be crawling. You'll get better, just go.
I just want to throw in a couple throwdowns. You know, I've been waiting in the restroom lines, everything. And I hear some women complain, oh, this line is so long, or it smells really bad. Or I'm like, you are so committed to complaining, that must be exhausting. What would you do to take that commitment and put in your business and start uplifting others? No one cares what you think about the restroom line, my girls. You know, it's your language. Whatever it is that you speak over yourself you're gonna get, you need to also surround yourself with some amazing girlfriends. I was raised by a single dad and I was intimidated by women. For a long time, women freaked me out. I didn't know how to do hair. I didn't, none of it. And I realized that if I was truly gonna step into my power in this industry, because 76% of us are women, I needed to be okay being around strong women. And I thank God every day for really close girlfriends like Lisa and Tiffaney. Donna Johnson, where are you? Last year I was going through something. Donna was the first one to send me these 3 books that I devoured. Surround yourself with people that you want to be like, and very soon you will be just like them.
Thank you. Well, I want you all to take like 30 seconds and give your best advice, because all these thousands of women and men sitting in this audience, they want to be on this stage someday. They want to be successful as you are. What would you tell them? What is your best advice? How they can have that breakthrough, what they need to do in order to be able to achieve their dreams. I know that we already started on it. And Jayne, can you please start and give your best advice to this audience?
My best advice to every single person, but women in particular in this audience, is have a deep down, burning emotional connection to your why. There are many people out there that are waiting to see you fail, because when you fail, you become one of them. You make them feel comfortable with their lack of choices. Have a deep down burning why, and then make a plan. And once that plan is in place, work the plan consistently every single day. Do not miss a day. Do not miss a week. Do not miss a month until you get to where you want to be. That's my best advice to you. And on the journey, believe in others and empower others, because in doing that, they will empower you to be the best that you can be.
Thank you.
Y'all were all fired up. I was trying to be nice over there. I was like trying to be all sweet about your advice. Yeah. Here, ready. You ready to bring it on? Be your best you. Be you. Nobody can be you, and don't ever let someone tell you it's not, that you can't make it happen. It's not their vision. It's not their dream. So for them to tell you that it's not possible, say, thank you very much, move the hell on out of the way. And you got, I'm serious, we've been, oh, shit, excuse me. I was trying to be all nice and sweet and everything up here. But one, you've got to see 3 to 5 years down the line. I remember there were so many times when I was in my starter relationship, my starter marriage, and then things changed. Sorry, And then I went through a divorce, and then I just remember, you know, Jeff saying to me, 3 to 5 years. Every time that I would turn around and something would happen, or somebody would leave, or someone would do this, or someone, I don't know, whatever would happen to them, I would just keep focusing on 3 to 5 years. What could I create for people in my team, you know, 3 to 5 years? And I forgot about me. I started focusing on all the people that I could help and that I could serve. I forgot about me. I thought about them. So get out of your way and get off your ass and go to work.
Thank you. So first of all, I have to say the number one thing that's made the biggest difference in my business career has been coming to events like this. So I know you're going to do the announcement for the women's event, but for me, these events are what get me fired up. I mean, can you imagine how not fired up you would be if you wouldn't have come here? Like, how much more fired up are you than the people on your team who didn't come? Right? And the only thing I have when I come to these events is always, man, I wish I had more people from my team here. Every single time. So if you're thinking about, what should I do? Should I go to the next one? Should I get those tickets? Like 100% do it and force people, kidnap them, do whatever you have to do to get your team to come to these events so they can find that fire within themselves. So that is the number one thing that's made a huge, huge difference in my business.
Thank you.
You know, yesterday was said, make your obstacle your gift. And I am so glad that my ex-husband left me broke. I am so glad that my dad told me, I'm not giving you 1 cent because you're in that pyramid scheme. I am so glad my girlfriends told me no, and now you go around and do that thingy. You know what? I was sharing stage today here, Richard Branson, Tony Robbins, legends like them. I am so glad because they gave me the strength to go on and on and on. And I got this opportunity. And I also came 3 years ago to GoPro Recruiting Mastery. And I learned the basic, and I duplicate simplicity. I'm simple, and that's duplicatable. And this is what makes a huge difference. So don't let anybody tell you this is not possible, because we are a true example that it is. And I can't wait to see all these women are the most powerful women in network marketing to be empowered by each other. Let's not gossip behind each other's back. Let's empower each other and help each other.
So I hope it's okay, but I'm going to stand up because I've been through a lot.
Bring it, girl.
And I am going to give you guys just a few quick steps that have helped me. The first one is stop feeling sorry for yourself, because you are not doing yourself or your future any good by throwing a pity party. I have had phases in my life where I could have felt sorry for myself. Building in this profession over these years, I've been a single woman trying to get a man. I've been a girlfriend trying to keep a man. I've been a wife dealing with a man, and now I'm a divorced single mom without a man. But don't feel sorry for me, because I don't feel sorry for myself. Because if I had felt sorry for myself in any of those phases in my career, I would not be who I am today, and that is a 7-figure earning network marketer. So don't feel sorry for yourself. The second thing is embrace the pain. Look, you can't go over it, you can't go under it, you can't go around it, you can only go through it. And I can hear some of you saying right now, you just don't know my pain. And I don't know your pain, but I'll give you a little snippet of mine. In 2013, I lost my mom. In 2014, I lost my sister. In 2015, I lost my husband. And in 2016, I have spent all of 2016 trying to make that official. And I can tell you, I know pain. But let me just share this. This time last year, I was on this stage. I didn't act like this, I didn't talk like this, I didn't feel like this. And I finally had to use my personal development on myself. I had to say, you've got to stop avoiding this, you've got to accept this, and you've got to go through the pain. And you know what? A better version of me was waiting on the other side. And I am excited now that I can look at me and be proud that I made it through a dark time in my life, and if you embrace the pain, you'll be able to do the same thing too. The third thing I want to share with you is don't compare. The comparison is the thief of all joy. It will make you resentful, bitter, jealous, and unproductive. And many of us are looking at other people, but ladies, we're looking at other women, comparing our car to their car, comparing our business to their business, comparing our relationship to their relationship. But I'm gonna tell you right now, don't compare, because ladies, the woman you think her life is better than yours, her lashes, her nails, her hair is fake just like yours, boo. So don't even worry about it. All right? Don't even worry about it. And the fourth and final thing is get excited. Don't just get excited about where you're going, but get excited about where you are right now. Bad situation and all. Bad situation at all. If you're facing the biggest fight of your life, get excited about that, because God doesn't give little fights. God doesn't give big fights to little soldiers. And if you're facing a big fight, that just means you have grown up into the armor that you were ready to wear, that only He knew you were ready to wear. So I just want you real quick to get excited. Get excited because you're the creator of your destiny, the artist of your masterpiece, the author of your story. Get excited because the world is going to see who you really are. That is kind, caring, compassionate, strong, bold, and an all-out badass. So get excited.
Run the world, girls. Run the world, girls. Run the world, girls. Run the world, girls. Run this mother. Run this mother. Run this mother. Run this mother. Run the world, girls. Run the world, girls. Run the world, girls.
Okay, so I speak all over the world, and usually I always complain they put me on after lunch. People have got sugar rush. Right before dinner, people can't wait to go get ready for the banquet. Now I have to follow her. Best advice I've ever gotten in network marketing, and I've been doing this for as long as Eric. We met in 1988 and started this journey together. Here's what it really comes down to. It's who you spend your time with. It's all about associations. And here's the best advice I ever got on that. People are so afraid of people telling them no. Yes is far more dangerous. It's all about, a lot of people are gonna tell you no. There's no difference between no. A no's a no. A drunk, negative, awful person on a park bench going nowhere tells you no, it's a no. A rising, positive person destined to be president of the United States tells you no, it's a no. There's a significant difference between if those two people say yes to you. If you are only talking to the right people, people that are positive and can change your life, who cares if 95% say no? You're spending your time with all the people that said yes. Today my life is filled 100% of the time with world-class people. I don't think about all the people that said no to me. Look who said yes. Go out and don't care about no. Make a list of people that in some form or fashion you think are better than you at something, and only ask them the questions and find a way to serve them. And one day you'll be like me, spending your days with people that are better than you, making you better, and you'll be on a stage like this one.
I'm trying to decide to sit down or stand up after my sister there, but so I'll stand. I want you all to write this word down, someday. Someday. 5 weeks ago, I was in bed, and I said to my husband, call the lawyer, we need to rewrite the will. Last January, I started feeling nauseous. My legs went numb. I just thought it was MS. I ignored it and I pushed it to the side, pushed to the side. In February, my best friend died of stage 4 cancer. In May, I flew to Pennsylvania and I held the hand of my mentor as she lay dying. And 3 weeks later, I flew to her funeral. My daughter in Africa, Maggie, she messaged me. She said, Mommy, the baby's breech. I jumped on an airplane. I flew to Italy, then Ethiopia, then to Malawi to be there. I came back and I started to get sicker and sicker. And I don't even remember how I got to New York to see the specialist, but I was diagnosed with an amoeba, and if it gets in your bloodstream, it shuts down your organs. You die 3 days, 3 weeks, that's all you have. That was 5 weeks ago. I'm still on treatment. Jeff Roberti had a someday. Some of you have had some days when a friend dies or when a life event happens, a child needs something, and you don't have the money to deal with it. Jeff Roberti once, yesterday, every time he speaks, I write everything he says down. Jeff Roberti didn't once say, I didn't have the money for the treatment, did he? No. You will all, and I pray you don't, you will all likely have a someday, and you need to build this business like that someday is now. You need to build this business like your life depends on it. And I'm not talking to the people down here who make 7 figures plus. I'm talking to those of you in the back who I was once one of you who are playing with this business. And if your child needs special care, I have an autistic son, if your friend dies or whatever it is and you don't have that money, this business is about being able to say yes to the things you previously had to say no to. Thank you. You will all have some days. And you need to get it together. Eric Worre has given us a gift, and we can relaunch our business anytime. We can do a 90-day game plan anytime. Yes, the holidays are coming. You do not wait. You make a commitment today to start your 90-day game plan, because if you ask any one of the leaders in this room how much money they've made from the first 90 days that they actually put it into fifth, or what Loren said, I won't repeat it, girl, but that was good. When they made that decision, it's millions and millions of dollars. So get in gear, build it now, stop procrastinating, and just go for it. And when you come to the women's event, you come up to me and I want to hear what you did in the last 90 days. I want to give you a hug and a high five, and let's get it going on. 2017, baby.
Give a big round of applause to all these amazing and powerful women inside of our profession. My amazing soulmate, my mentor, and no matter how strong we all might be, we all need powerful and strong people in our life who can say us one more time, why are we doing this, who can empower us, because no matter how powerful and strong you are, we all need sometimes words of encouragement, and having that partner next to us saying, you're amazing, you're smart, you can do it, you can do this. And this person in my life is my husband. I'm so blessed that he's my business partner, he's my friend, he's my mentor, he's the soul of my, he's my soulmate, and I can't live and breathe without him. So please welcome to the stage, Eric Worre.
What a panel, huh? Whew. Unbelievable. We could literally do 3 days with just the 7 of you or 8 of you. I know, you're all like, just give me another 5 minutes and I could kill this room. I know it. I just want to talk very, very quickly, because we do have the most powerful women in network marketing event, our 3rd ever, coming up. Put this in your calendars, put this in your notes, March 2nd through the 4th. March 2nd through the 4th at the Mirage Hotel. Almost all of the tickets are sold. There's approximately 700 to 800 tickets left, is all there is. So we're making it available to everybody this weekend. If you would like to bring some of your ladies and get some power from this, it's 2.5 days of women bringing value. It's amazing, the panels, all the discussions, the super mom panels, the couples panels, the lots of different things that they're going to talk about. But ladies, would you just quickly give a 15-second why a person should consider this? And they're passing out forms. You can get a single ticket, 5-pack, 20-pack. You can get a 100-pack like you do, get a super VIP, the whole thing. Bring a whole crew with you if you'd like, and spread the word inside of your groups. But just know that this is going to go quick. 15 seconds, start with Susan.
Oh, thank you. How do you want 2017 to end? So you have to ask yourself, do you want to be sitting in this room next year at the end of the year in the exact same place financially, physically, spiritually that you're in now? No, we all want to grow. And so you want to plan your year from event to event to event. I'm going to give you 3 quick tips. So number 1 is...
We don't have 3 quick tips.
Okay.
We can't do 3 quick tips.
Bring everyone, immerse yourself. You need to be there. Only 1 in 10 of you is going to get tickets. Fill out the form, get them in right now.
The 3 quick tips will be March 2nd. Okay.
I was here at the beginning of this event. I was there at the beginning of that one. Eric, forgive me. This event's amazing. It's fantastic. You should never miss it. Bring all your people. The women's event's my favorite. Okay? It's all of our favorites. I'm going to say it out loud.
A lot of
There is
people say
something
that.
unique and special about the topics and the camaraderie and the feeling in that room. And you want to be there. Men, you're welcome. Those of you that can connect with what goes on in that room, but it belongs to women. Heck, the network marketing space belongs to women. We do 85% of the volume. You need to be at the event. You'll understand why when you're there, and bring everybody with you.
All right, Tiffany.
When I started in this profession, I didn't see anyone like me. There weren't a lot of women up there. There weren't women my age, and I wanted to see someone like me. And I had a great mentor, Eric Worre, who told me if it's not there, then you become that person. So he helped me, but what this event does is it allows you to see someone like you. And there's a different woman that fits you. It's an every woman type of event. You will see them on the stage, you will see them in their full power, and you will get a chance to glean from them so one day you can be there too.
Stephania.
There is nothing like women inspiring other women. We can only relate to each other. We can relate and love each other's shoes. We can love each other's hair, love each other's makeup. I mean, last time I spoke on the event, everybody commented on my dress. Come on, this is awesome. The energy and the wisdom that we get from this event is amazing. I'm sorry, but you all need to be there, and you need to bring your girls. And guys, yes, you can come there to learn from us because we are just better.
Thank you. Truth be told.
What's amazing about this event really is that it's not just, oh, I'm in network marketing, so I need to come and learn about how to be a better network marketer. It's really about coming and learning how to be a better woman, a better mother, a better friend, a better sister. And so even women who are not in network marketing, although they should be, right, I want you to consider inviting one of your best girlfriends just to come to an empowered women's event with you. Just become a better woman, and they will get that value there.
Loren.
I agree. I love your dress. And the camaraderie. How many of you want a huge organization? How many of you want to build around the world a huge organization? Raise your hand. If you got it, then what you have to do is you have to say yes. You have to build that foundation. Say yes. We all did. Buy 100 tickets. I'm telling you right now. You will find if you want to build an organization, you have to invest. And so you invest in that. If you want a big organization, buy 100 tickets. Find those 100 people, come to the event, and you'll see what we're talking about because it is awe-inspiring, and you see the golden thread. We've become, you'll feel women walk out of there going, I feel like I've finally become the woman I wanted to be by seeing the camaraderie and seeing the golden thread throughout the event.
Jayne.
I keep it really simple and short. Going to the events are game changers. When I went to my very, very first ever big event in this industry, I went in as one woman and I came out another. And when I came out of that event, it wasn't long before I was on a 6-figure income and then a 7-figure income. What you learn at the women's event, these events will be life-changing. Money can't put a price on it. It depends on how much you value your future, the futures of your families, and the goals that are important to you. You really can't miss it. But here's the most important thing. It's not just about you, it's who you bring with you. The very first big event I ever went to, I took 4 of my girls with me. They've all gone on to be 6-figure income earners and more. So don't come alone. Bring as many as possible. Put incentives on so people can win tickets. That's a big investment into your business and to everything that you're going to achieve going forward.
I believe
thank you, both of you, for putting them on.
It's our great
incredible.
pleasure. Give them all a big round of applause, everybody, would you? I believe this women's event will surpass GoPro Recruiting Mastery within a couple years. It's going to be sold out very, very quickly. If you'd like to get tickets, you have the forms to do it. Marina, fantastic panel. All of you, tremendous job. Thank you so much. And one more round of applause. Marina Worre.